Hello and welcome. So this is Old Lady North. So we're here out in the end and we're getting ready to start a build. So just doing a very quick introduction to what the plan is. So I had an idea of something I want to build. I don't want to go into details of what it is, and that. But it did require. Well, it could have been built in the overworld, but as more I thought about it, the more I realised it would look better in the end. And if it was built in there and then city. So I have been and looted the ship already. I haven't bothered with the city itself. So this is just a very quick introduction before I make a start. And hopefully we will be back once the build is done. Alright. See you all later. So originally the plan was I would do this as a time lapse and maybe add some music and find out what's safe to be used. But having played it back, there's a few issues. So yeah, I slowed it down on this one because who doesn't love cutting down chorus flute plants and watching them fall apart? Yeah. So most of this has been sped up. So it's just that bit I did slow. Yeah, things haven't gone according to plan. I've decided to carry on and do this video, and I explain more at the end, as an opportunity for me to learn a bit more for actual editing my videos and such. So I've cut out loads, I've sped up areas, slowed down some bits, and basically just had some fun doing it and had a go at doing a few transitions between streams. Sorry, not streams, between scenes. I was originally planning to record the full build and then just time-lapse it, but as I was doing it, I realised that would be incredibly dull. So I paused the video when recording quite a bit to cut out bits. Having watched it back, I think there's quite a few areas which I probably would have been better off cutting out and not recording, and areas which I have recorded would have been better off keeping. But all in all, this has been a great learning experience, and that's what this video is. So if anybody's actually clicked onto this and is watching it, I'm going to say now, I know you're a couple minutes in, this is not a good video. It is not going to be an entertaining video to watch. It's not going to be something informative. This is basically a video showing me learning some youth bits and pieces and basically talking while narrating, which is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Luckily, this isn't much going on at the moment. I'm just building things, knocking things down, building things, knocking things down. Now, there are points where I do cut in and start talking again, so I should be on the lookout for them. But other than that, you just get to hear the sound of my voice as I try and think of what to say. So yes, this is the first part of me trying to build. I had, like I say, an image in my head, so I'm having to go trying to see how to make it work, how to build it. So this is the first attempt. I should be coming to close to an end on this in a second, so I will probably stop talking at that point. So at this point, I had finished the first wall. I am now just having a look at it. So this is the back of it. This is not the bit that's going to be like visible. So this is seeing it from the front. And yeah, I'm not happy. Really not happy. I've tried to use some other stone in there to give some texture, and it just doesn't look good. The only bit of this I actually kind of liked was the use of the stairs around the observers and such. I know straight away I'd used too many things in there in that alternating between observers facing forward and backwards and the dropper. But the actual sort of letterbox effect, I am pleased with. So I wasn't happy with that. So time to take it down. Luckily, coming down on using the time lapse is a lot quicker than doing it in actual game. Because even at this, you'll see points where blocks don't seem to disappear straight away. Unfortunately, the lag being what it is, you sometimes find yourself having to mine a block several times, and that's so it's slow going. When I was mining these stones out originally in my base, I have a beacon set up with haste 2, and even that, with the lag, can be a nightmare. It's unfortunately, it is what it is. It's the server being what it is. Even out in the end, the lag is a major issue. So it looks a little bit less painful watching it now being sped up. I think I've got it on 3 times speed versus how painful it was actually doing it the first time round. Sorry, I just marveling watching this going on while trying to talk. It's a very surreal feeling. So anybody out there who's doing videos themselves for the first time, so one of the things I would say is don't be afraid to have a go at something new. These videos are at the very beginning. You watch some of the creators out there now, and the videos are very polished and absolutely amazing, works of art. But if you go to what they were like at the very beginning, they are not brilliant. They may be brilliant content, but they are not brilliant. Anyway, so yes, this is why we carry a totem. Yeah, I was not best pleased. So having watched it back, I realised what I did wrong and why I've cracked the totem was I started off gliding down nicely, and then I went into a too steep a dive, which meant then I hit the ground hard. So if I wasn't carrying a totem in my half hand at that point, I would be back at spawn, and then would have the whole issue of flying back out here to the end. Okay, so this has been attempt 2. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not happy with it. So I'm going to quickly put us into free cam. So there are things about it so far which I like and I think are working well. But overall, it's not working the way I wanted it to work. For what I had pictured in my head, I feel this needs to be a lot bigger. Possibly 3 times, possibly even 4 times the size it is. And I haven't got enough resources for that with me. So I think I'm going to class this as a bust at the moment and demolish what I've built so far. Not giving up on this idea, but I'm going to have to postpone this particular idea for the time being because I don't have the resources with me and the size it needs to be. I'm not got what I need to be able to do that. But I have been giving it a little bit of thought. And I do have an idea. I just realised because of sorry, I just very nearly walked off the edge there. Yeah, I do have an idea. So this is going to get demolished. Whether this becomes a video is yet to be seen. I think I might do. Even though it hasn't worked and the build hasn't gone according to plan, that necessarily isn't a bad thing. I think it not working has actually been a good thing, because some of the things I've learned, something like the textures I've done, have given me other ideas. And I am new to building, so this isn't necessarily a brilliant build. I haven't built for a while. So, yes. So, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you for watching. And this is me signing out. And hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.